Those of y'all that don't know, shout out to Atlanta Falcons. They did something great for the 50 years of hip-hop, brought all the Atlanta rappers and gave them kind of a thing for the halftime, let them perform, gave them superstar treatment, let everybody in Atlanta came out, T.I. there, Ludacris there. Everybody from Atlanta that contributed to hip-hop, Atlanta Falcons, shouted them out, brought them to the stadium. At this place, King, one of T.I.'s sons, his youngest son, we all watched him grow up a little bit, at least we say. Let him tell it. We watched him grow up a little bit on TV. We don't know his whole life. He was saying how he tough, he the street dude or whatever. He really want to stick to that persona.
He gonna take him to the bando.
You know what I'm saying? Like he want to take T.I.
T.I. to the bando. And Tiny. Tiny don't strike me like she's never been to a bando before. But he said, hey, I'm gonna take y'all to the bando.
You want me to tell you how I know Tiny been to a few bandos? Because Tiny was up. Tiny was escape up in the industry,
Tiny
and
was
T.I.
the original Sexy
was
Red.
in the trap, and she was still rocking with T.I.
You hear me?
So yeah,
she was the original Sexy Red.
Come on now.
She was up and still had the nigga that had the ankle monitor.
Mm-hmm. And she did it right. Kept that low key. Nobody knew. Yeah. Anyways, we ain't got to worry about that. But anyway, that's where T.I. come from, and then his son King, in an ironic way, looking up, even if he don't know it, to his father and what his father was and wanting to be like him, not like now, but what he was. So he thinking that's cool. He get into a whole argument. They fighting. Basically, all I need to know to relate to the rest of the convo, they didn't get into it, but almost of a yelling match back and forth of, I'm from the hood. You don't know what I was doing at grandma's house. You only went to grandma's house because you was crying when you was had it at the gated community. And you wanted to go there because she'll let you suck a pacifier until you're 12.
You can't skip the funniest part, bro, of the story. When he was like, have you ever slept with roaches in the house? You ever had a roach crawl on your face?
Oh, yeah.
Like, damn. Yeah. That's the barometer for being poor? The roach crawling on your face?
Nah, I'll tell you.
I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. We was broke. I ain't never had no roach crawl on my face, bro.
I'm with
my
you
mama
on
didn't. My mama didn't keep no nasty house. Now, I might have been at a friend's house before, and there was a roach that came crawling across my blanket, and I couldn't sleep the rest of that night, bro. Matter of fact,
bruh?
I went home at like 6:30 in the morning.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie and act like I didn't have roaches before, because I had roaches in my house, but they was in the kitchen. You would they'd be in the kitchen, regular stuff, run away, da-da-da. I've been here since 84, so the 90s was a wild time. By the time the 20s came around, 2000s, I mean, when I say 20s, yeah, they started upgrading apartments or whatever. Stuff got a little bit nicer. But back then, you was just gonna have roaches.
You was in Chicago, so I can see. See, like in the
but to my point, they not crawling on me on my face. They not even in my bed, bro.
Them some different level roaches.
Like, ain't no food in my room for this purpose.
Yeah, them different. That's different too. Because like I ain't have a house. I ain't gonna say I never saw a roach in our house. I'm not gonna cap like that. But we never had roaches. But when we had a crib, and to this day, I'm still like I don't deal with them. We had a crib that was infested with like field mice. Oh, so bro. Like, bro, you at nighttime I just hear the traps popping, pop, pop, and it's like I hate mice. Like if they die, bro, don't ask me to go pick up your like I'm not doing it, bro. If the mouse in the crib, like if I got a chick, she going to get the mouse, bro. I don't do that.
I can't.
I don't do it.
I don't know.
Traumatized.
I probably shouldn't. Anyways, sometimes mice get caught in the garbage can sometimes because they can't get out. Mm-hmm. And we used to keep alcohol in there sometimes for that purpose. But that was just
as long as he dying, I ain't got to pick him up. Like I can't touch him.
And that was I'm not touching them. A trap, I still gotta touch it.
Yep.
I don't want to do none of that. Nope. No problems.
Get him out of here. As soon as I hear the trap pop, 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 pop. Well, my mama, my stepdad going to get that. I don't do it them. Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of being poor, yeah, that's what it's like to grow up with that. And now I would have loved, Queese, to never go through that. I would have loved to have a rich dad, had me out in the hills, and where I never had to worry. You know who I'd be? What's it? Damani. I'll be Damani out here on my J. Cole, walking down the street rapping with nasty dreads. Just all the money in the world, nasty dreads rapping. Real stuff like I've been poor. Rapping like he had a job before. Like, that's what's crazy about him.
I'm telling you, the generation, bro, it's like they are enamored with trying to be little street dudes. No matter what the upbringing is, no matter, like, even a dude like the seg position rapper guy. colorful guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even a guy like him, like you wasn't active in all that, but as soon as he got a taste of it, you the biggest, you know what I'm saying? You the biggest gangbanger in the world now. And it's like, I don't understand like why these people just so like, oh, I want to be a street guy.
Look, bro,
it don't make no sense to me.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I get it. It's fun. It sound fun. It feel fun.
What sound fun?
To be ruthless, to be the outlaw. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm tough, especially if you're not tough. Because you got to think about most of these kids that's living this life and they not tough.
So it's like romanticized.
Yeah,
to them.
they romanticize in the fantasy, and when you a kid, you become like. Because when I'm in my car, bruh, the right Gucci Mane album could play, and if I'm in my car on my way to work, I would really consider quitting and start selling. That's just how infectious it'll be. But then, you know,
selling products.
Right, you know. But I mean D-rugs.
Beep that, Tyler.
Yeah. You know, I mean D-rugs. You know, it's like rugs in the shape of the letter D. I'm going to sell those.
Yep.
I trademarked
Products.
that too, by the way. Nobody steal my idea.
That's a Cameron song. You ain't slick.
Oh, he said that? I'm going to listen to Cameron.
Confessions of Fire.
I would never think.
D-Rug, that's a fire. That's like a classic.
I would never.
Shout out to the real Cam fans who remember that
I would
song.
never think that Cameron would be. Well, see, I didn't know that.
D-Rug, it sounded like he rapped the whole time like it was his stepdad.
Okay.
But it was because his mother was in love with the D-Rugs.
All right.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's actually
I'm
a real
talking.
dope song.
I'm talking about just on some literal like. Crowd. Add this in the merch store down there. This would be a good time to put the link right there. In our merch store, we're going to have rugs, and they're going to be in the shape of D. Just so we can say we selling D rugs.
You just finding a way to be trapping. You just trying to find a way. See, you just
Exactly.
like King. See, look at you. You just like King, bro.
I got to get in.
Y'all got to grow up. You and King. You got to grow up and enjoy your life.
Man.
Some people take advantage of all of the I don't even want to say privileges because that's beyond
benefits.
privileges. You said benefits.
All
It's,
the benefits.
It's benefits to T.I. being your daddy. It's benefits to growing up in the gated community. It's benefits to the type of education you have. But still, you want the benefits of the street cred that your daddy have. And you want everybody to look at King like he the top. I don't get these kids, bro.
Now, one could say, if we want to argue for the other side real quick, because this is like a dichotomy. T.I. was both of them people. He got all them kids. These is all parts of you. So Damani is like that one. And then you got this other one that's wilding, defiant, like, I don't want no parts of that. I want to go to the streets, be this dude. So much so that he would get mad at his dad enough to, like, I guess, kind of buck up or whatever, and you see the video cut off. That was the funniest part to me, because it's always going to be funny when the dad, I think it's funny on both parts, when you got to, like, really, when your kid gets, like, 16, whatever, and he up there, and he like, yeah, I'm about ready, and you really got to be like, nah, bruh, it's still like that. And, yeah, that's wild. And then, see, I had to have that moment on the thing, and I really wanted to see, like, because I like those humbling moments, I wanted to see King really come down and be like, all right, okay.
He hemmed his son up because I went through it with my pops. I got to that point. I tried my pops. I think I told you that story. You know what I'm saying? And I know my son it's gonna happen soon. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Because like you said, and I've said this in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? If you have kids, it's a high probability your kids is just different parts of you. So like sometimes you butt head with your kids is because they so much like you and you dealing with you. And you're butting heads with that. And you're not realizing that's what you're doing. Because the same,
that's
you know what I'm saying, things I'm telling you, I just dealt with it. Like, that's why you're butting heads. So, like, with my kids now, I already see, like, certain parts of, like, young Queese and certain parts of my kids. So I already know as they grow up, my kids both gonna test me, right? And my oldest gonna be the one to do it first because he already, like, he about tall as me now. He supposed to get up to, like, 6'4", 6'5". So, like, he gonna feel like once he get to that level, like, man, Pops, bro, you better, like, he gonna try, and I'm
once you get taller than me, you gotta move out. I don't care how old you are.
He'd be moving out at 14.
Well, Doctor
he already wearing medium men clothes now. Like,
Doctor tell me you finna be 6'4". I'm gonna wait, measure me real quick. What's my height? Like,
they said it when he was born too. Like, yeah, he's gonna be an upper percentile. Like right now, bro, he 12. He wearing men's mediums. Like. Definitely by next spring, he definitely gonna be enlarged to wearing my size and stuff. Like easily.
Yeah. I don't know why. As soon as you hear that, you like, man, what sports is it? You have to get him in soccer.
Oh, he in basketball now. Starting his
Soccer
next
and
season this
baseball.
Saturday. Like, he's definitely back on his basketball. Yeah, stay on the court.
I'm finna get my nephew soccer, baseball, tennis, all the Hispanic sports. That's what pay. All the universal
Y'all
sports.
see this, though? Uncle Craig, you planning the future, huh? You planning the future for your little man, son. Yeah.
I got to, man. I
know.
gotta start thinking about it, bro.
I know. Look at you, almost in daddy mode. You gonna be
Man.
Uncle Daddy.
Well, you know what? I got my brother back. We always we live this life together, so we gotta. Of course, I gotta hold him down, but I can't tell him nothing when don't take your son outside.